Chelsea nil, Aston Villa nil, and people were going to be fuming about this result, not me. I think Chelsea played really well. I think considering Chelsea had 3 days to recover from this against a very good Aston Villa side, Chelsea should have won it in segments. However, Villa had the chances and Petrovic saved us at the same time. Today, the hats off go to the goalkeepers. We're going to break the performance down. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly. I'm not going to be reactionary and angry because the reality is this Chelsea side at this moment in time is playing very well. They're just not taking their chances. Let's break this down. Let's get into it. Before we get started, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new because you will enjoy it, and 1,000 likes helps it spread across to more people to get the content. But let's start with the good. I think this Chelsea side is a very competent side, or at least they're becoming slowly. You can really start to see what Mauricio Pochettino is trying to implement. And when I tell you what he's trying to implement, it's the power, the physicality. We are first to every ball. And that was evident for at least 60 minutes of the game where we were the dominant side. And then the fact that we only had 3 days to prepare was really evident. They had 12 to 13 days off so they could pre-plan for this game, organize themselves. However, in the first half, Sterling and Noni, and even in the second half, Noni, were giving them all sorts of problems. Sterling was absolutely embarrassing Matty Cash, putting it through his legs, going inside, going right, going left, going through him. He literally was humiliating him. Noni at the same time. Noni had 2 very good chances in my opinion, and he should have scored. There was one when there was an interchange between Enzo and Sterling. Enzo gives it back to Sterling. Enzo plays it all the way to Palmer. Palmer takes a delightful touch and laces it through all the way to Noni. And Noni, first time. Usually Noni takes a few touches. This time, took it first time. Martinez saved it with his feet. Then there was another one where Cole Palmer gets to the byline, cuts it across goal, hits Noni, and then great save from Martinez. Yet, people are going to complain. People are going to say they weren't productive enough. I agree. I think they need to finish, but I think they were positive, strong, and effective. This is an effective game. On another day, we win this game comfortably. Then you had the performance from Cole Palmer and Gallagher and Enzo. The press that Chelsea currently have is so organized. We created 2 or 3 chances for our own open play, but then we created 2 or 3 chances from the press. The press is integral under the Pochettino system, right? People are going to say, Alex, you're talking nonsense. I'm not talking nonsense. The 6 goals that we scored against Middlesbrough, 4 of them came from mistakes from a press. We are so good at pressing teams that they make mistakes. It's not a coincidence. Lenglet's making a mistake. Martinez is making a mistake. Constance is making a mistake. It's not. It's the fact that we are baiting them into positions where they're forced to do stuff that they're not comfortable to do. And then we jump on it. And it comes with Enzo pushing up high. And then the wingers tucking in and making up a midfielder. But then sometimes they assist with the press and we just collapse on teams. Gallagher is so effective with that. And what else I'm starting to like, and look guys, I'm genuinely coming out with so many things that I've enjoyed about today's performance, and it wasn't even a win. It's because I'm seeing stuff. For example, the relationships forming. Enzo and Sterling interchanging with the ball, being strong on the ball, not losing it softly. And then on the right hand side, you've got Noni and Gallagher linking up, Gilchrist linking up. It's the security on the ball in tight areas and the trust with each other to give it to someone when there's someone behind them. It's not the safe pass, it's more difficult passing. And it's something that we need to do more of if we believe we are going to be a successful team. For us to be good, we need to take our chances and keep replicating what we're doing at this moment in time. Because we had 4 clinical chances that we missed. And on another day, we score one of them and it's a completely different game. Then we need to talk about the defense, right? Because I think the Sassy and Silva had a very good game. Did Ollie Watkins play today? Like literally, did Ollie Watkins play today? Because I didn't see him. I didn't hear of him. Did Diaby play today? No. We pushed up that line and the balls that went over the top, Silva and Disasi dealt with. Or Badiashile dealt with. Our problems came from set pieces. And we'll talk about that later. Because from open play, we nullified them. There was only one occasion when they went in, and that was through transition. But otherwise, the transition was beautifully dealt with every single time. There was one, and Petrovic made a beautiful save. And that, now that we're talking about it, there was one where we lose the ball in the midfield. Really simple ricochet, and it goes all the way straight to Matty Cash. Matty Cash cuts in, goes for the bottom corner. I'm like, oh crap. Nope, Petrovic is right there. Beautiful save, out. And you know what I like about Petrovic? Safe pair of hands. Not the best kicker, not the best collector of crosses at times, but does what needs to be done. Solid goalkeeper. I trust him in goal. And I've not said that about a Chelsea keeper in a long, long time. I trust him in goal. Then we need to talk about Badiashile and Gilchrist. Badiashile on the ball looked very comfortable, especially in the first half. In the second half, you could really see he was fatigued. It was his first game in months. Like, he was making mistakes that you wouldn't make if you're fully fit. Like, you could really see he was struggling. And Villa piled on the pressure. But for the first 75 minutes, comfortable on the ball, great passing range, ability to carry the ball. He looked like a competent left back. I actually would think, right, when everyone's fit, if we are insisting on playing a centre-back at left-back, it needs to be Badiashile rather than Colwell. And bring Colwell into the back midfield. Into the back two. Because for me, he just looked so much more composed and offered Sterling more support. But hopefully Chilwell stays fit and that's not an issue. Gilchrist on the other side. The kid had no time to prepare for the game. He wasn't playing. He looked more composed than Badiashile did. On the ball, very comfortable. Carrying it out, very comfortable. Passing into dangerous areas, very comfortable. Receiving the ball under pressure, very comfortable. Defending one-on-one, very comfortable. Leadership, very comfortable. This kid is complete. I am not saying he's going to be the next Franz Beckenbauer. I'm not saying he's Paolo Maldini. I'm not saying he's Alessandro Nesta. I am saying he had a good game. And I was very impressed. And the more I see of this kid, the more trust he's gaining from Pochettino and from me. But I don't think my trust means as much as Pochettino's. But as a fan, I'm really enjoying his trust. I'm not even going to lie to you, right? I feel like he's really putting in good games. All in all, the performance was good today and we're still in the cup. That is the positive, right? We get a replay, no problem, no problemo. Let's take on a replay. Because the reality is, I think we can beat this Aston Villa side. They're not that good. They're not. I'm telling you. Now we need to get into the bad. Because there were some bad elements of this game. Wastefulness continues. This season, I think, is no exaggeration that we've been pathetic in front of goal at times, right? We create so many high XG chances. We create so many high volume chances where you're like, you know what? We should be taking them. Noni, beautiful move. Sends him through one-on-one, hits the keeper's legs. Noni, we get to the byline with Cole Palmer, cut it across, boom, wasteful. Cole Palmer, Martinez mistake, one-on-one into the legs. Cole Palmer, Martinez, I think it was the Douglas Luiz mistake, comes to Cole Palmer, scuff here. You have to take one of those 4 chances. Then there's half chances. Badiashile header from a corner kick. Gallagher getting into positions, lingering on the ball. Gallagher putting the ball in dangerous areas, no one gambling on it. Cole Palmer putting the ball into a dangerous area, no one gambling on it. These are half chances that accumulate that if you have somebody like an Nkunku or a Jackson, they score. Because they gamble. It's instinct. Sterling today didn't get a chance, surprisingly. Normally he's the one you can count on to get some chances. Then the other thing that I need to talk about. I don't like how easy it is to get through our midfield. When we're compact, very good. I feel very comfortable. You know, we have the back 4. We have Enzo and Caicedo. Gallagher running around like a mad dog. It works, right? My issue is when it's a little bit of a transition and it happened in the first 10 minutes a lot. Players just running past Caicedo and Enzo and Gallagher like they're holograms. McGinn, Luiz, Kamara. And I'm like, oh boys, are we not going to be up for the scrap today? Because when did we sign up for this? The reality is you should be better in one-on-one. That's one-on-one duels. That's hard. That's passion. And to be fair, they woke up. Because that didn't happen after 10 minutes. For the next 45, we should have won that game. That was the period where Enzo absolutely bossed the game. Caicedo bossed the game. Gallagher had a great game. Like, I don't give Gallagher a lot of praise because I think a lot of the stuff he does is intangible basics. Today, he had a good game. It's just, I didn't like how easy they were running through us. Finally, by the way, the ugly. The ugly for me is, I feel like at this moment in time, we waste set pieces. Compare our set pieces to Aston Villa's set pieces. Aston Villa have innovative play right in between where you're guessing. Like, it gets to the point where you're not only thinking the ball's coming in, so you need to switch on. It's, oh my God, are they going to play it short? Are they going to have a man spread? Are they going to have a 1-2 here that's going to enable them to take a shot? There was 4 or 5 moves that they brought out today, where towards the end of the second half, I was like, every time a free kick was given away, I was like, they could score from this. It genuinely felt like a threat. From with us, it feels like a transition. We just don't do anything, man. Like, we're totally incapable of, in my opinion, threatening from corners. And we shouldn't, because you have 4 centre-halves on the pitch. So I don't understand. Thiago Silva's good in the air. Axel Disasi, good in the air. Benoit Badiashile is amazing in the air. Gilchrist is a centre-half. Should be good in the air. I don't know if he is, because I haven't seen enough of the kid. But for crying out loud, like, come on. You need to be a little bit forza. Davai, no krepchi. Come on, guys. But the final thing that really annoys me, and a lot of you are going to say, Alex, just moaning now. Colwell gets injured, right? In the warm-up. It's really bad news. We don't know how long it's going to be. Apparently, it's hamstring. I really hope it's precaution, innit? What I don't want to happen is we start shifting. Gilchrist comes in at right back. Badiashile moves to left back. Thiago Silva plays, and all of a sudden you reshuffle stuff. We got a kid called Dylan Williamson. He is the left back. If Gilchrist is good enough, what makes you think this kid isn't good enough? Because like I said, Gilchrist ain't no Maldini. He ain't no Beckenbauer. He ain't no Nesta. He's just a kid that is competent at football, and he's showing us what he can do because he's been good at academy level. Clearly, Williamson is a good player if he's making the bench. Why would you put him on the bench if he ain't good enough? And this frustrates me. It's like Poch doesn't trust these young kids. And I understand why. Because he wants to win this trophy. He wants to win trophies. He's been saying it, and I love it, actually. I like how he's saying it. I just think maybe there's times when you need to give a little bit of an opportunity. And today was one of them. Like, Williamson could have played, man. Or Williams, whatever his name is. He could have played. But it is what it is, guys. I'm not going to be overly negative. Because the reality is, I think this is a very good draw. Like, we could have won it. We could have lost it. At the end of the day, the draw was a fair reflection. Like, the more I think about it, we'll go to Villa Park and hopefully we win that game. Hopefully we have a few more players back. Hopefully we rotate. And these are good tests. These are the tests that tell us where we are as a club. Like, are we top 4? Or are we a team that's going to be mid-table? So, be positive. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. And in the comments below, tell me, did you think we deserved to win that game or should we have lost? And was the draw a fair result? Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day.